Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some races that I did on Gran Turismo 7. This is Daily Race C, Group 4 at Autopolis in Japan. I think it's a fictional circuit, pretty sure. But anyway, the first race that I did is going to be in the Group 4 S15. I don't know. I'm struggling today with words, guys. You just gotta bear with me. But if you guys like my content, if you guys could help me out before we get these races started, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share the videos. It goes a long way to helping the channel out. It helps me out. It really keeps me motivated to want to make content for you guys and to continue, my YouTube journey. Like, I really want to see this thing grow, see this thing be successful. So if you don't mind, help your boy out and let's get today's videos started. So first we got to qualify, and you can see on the right that my previous time was 202.9, which is not great. I think the top times in the world are like 150, so I'm like way off the pace. But I want to get out here and improve. You know what I'm saying? I want to try to qualify a little bit higher. And right now, like for this week, my goal is to get sub 2-minute qualifying. So if I can do that, I think that it's gonna help me in the races, because the higher you qualify, the better that your race can potentially be. And you're not always going to be like perfect. You're not always going to be like good or whatever. But if you can qualify good, you can potentially have a good race. And that's what I'm trying to do here. And you can see I'm not really doing a good job. I think that there's a lot of things that I can improve. And I think mostly it's like my steering input. It's just, I'm very unsure, and I know that I can either do like the circuit experience, or I can watch a replay. But I like to get a feel for the track for myself before I start looking at that kind of stuff, which I will do later in the week. So I will be back on this Group 4 race, and I'll be having a look at some different ways that I can attack this track, whether I do the circuit experience or whether I watch someone's replays, or whether I watch someone's replays. But I want to improve, and I want to make fun, engaging content with Gran Turismo 7, because I really didn't do that with Gran Turismo Sport. I really didn't play that game all that much, but this one, I think I'll be playing this game a lot. Although there are some issues with Gran Turismo 7 right now. Like, this game is not perfect by any means, and we'll talk about some of that stuff in the race. But as we come up here to the start line, I think we're going to get like a 2-minute, which is pretty good. And that was like my first lap. You know what I'm saying? The rest of my laps weren't that great, but we're going to get into this first race. And man, this first race it didn't go well. The first race, man, like normally I would have probably rage quit this race. I'm telling you guys, words today, I don't know, they're not working for your boy. But anyway, we're gonna come up here. Man, this S15 looks good though. Like, I really like this car. And the reason I chose this car for this race is because you saw that we got a bad start. I wasn't sure if it was going to give me the gear or not. But the reason that I chose this car for this race is because it's lighter than most of the other cars, but it has slightly less power, I think. And where this car does fall kind of behind is the shifting. It's not as quick as like the Supra. Well, that's the only other Group 4 car that I have is the Supra. But stat for stat, I think the Supra is a better car for this race. I think that the top car for this race is the Atenza, which I don't have that car. I'm probably not going to buy it anytime soon. And as we come out of this corner, what's going to happen here is we're going to spin out of control, and then we're going to try to get back on it real quick, and then we're just going to keep spinning. Just keep spinning, like Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming. Well, here we just keep spinning, and again, and again. At this point, I was like, man, I really want to just fucking quit this race. But I was like, you know what? I'll just stay in it, get the circuit experience, get the little credits. And my goal at that point was to not get DNF'd. So we were able to catch back up. A lot of people quit the race. A bunch of people quit. But we were able to catch back up and finish the race with, I think, like 8 or 9 seconds left. So we finished the race. We didn't get DNF'd, and I think that's a moral victory. So the next race, we hopped into the Supra, which is the other Group 4 car that I have. And I really didn't get any practice time with this car. I just switched, which is probably not the best idea. So if you're doing these online races, I think it's important to qualify, not only to get a better time, but to get used to the car. And here, again, I made the same mistake in the last race where I wasn't sure if it was going to give me the gear or not. So I upshifted. The game also upshifted, and that kind of put me on the back foot right away. But as you can see here, like the Supra is a little bit quicker accelerating because it has, you know, a better gearbox, you know what I'm saying? So but we're going to start this race out in 4th. Which is not bad, as we get a guy coming up the inside right there. And right now, I'm just really trying to figure the car out because it handles very different from the S15. Some places it's better, some places it's not. But the thing that I figured out, well, right away was there's a big difference in the weight of both cars. This car is much heavier than the S15 is. So I was just trying to manage that as much as I possibly could. And the guys ahead really had a pretty quick pace. Like the race pace was pretty quick. The guys ahead of me, like their qualifying times weren't, I don't think they were that much ahead of mine. But in the race, like they were actually like really good. And this is something that I'm not really good at, is racing online like this with other people. You know, I think one of the things that I can do as far as like my racing goes is, especially on the first lap, is to stay as calm as possible. I think on the first lap I'm just like a little bit too excited, a little bit too animated. But if I can just like stay calm and just put my laps down, I think that I can have potentially much better races. We saw the guy in the Atenza go off the track there, and that's really an easy part of the track to overshoot. You know, that's a little foreshadowing there for you. But it's really easy to overshoot the part of the track. So here we're still on the back foot a little bit. I mean, this guy here in 3rd, I mean, he was just killing it in that NSX. And it's strange because I think the NSX and other mid-engine cars have an issue with snap oversteer in this game. Unless they fix that in the recent updates, like, I don't know, but I still think the grip model in this game is a little bit out of whack. I feel like the grip model in Gran Turismo Sport was a little bit better, because essentially you can drive the cars in Gran Turismo Sport with like no traction control at all, and in this game that's a little bit more difficult to do. And that's something that I do want to be able to do in this game, because on certain turns the traction control system actually slows you down. You know what I mean? So if you can drive in this game without TCS and be quick and not spin out, it's very beneficial. So we're coming down here, still really just on the back foot. The Elgato capture card decided, you know, it wanted to skip a couple of frames, which is fine. And I think is it here where I messed up? I don't know if it's on this lap. No, it's not on this lap. But you can see that the guy in the Atenza, he caught back up to me pretty quick. It wasn't that hard for him to catch back up because I just don't think I have the race pace. I think qualifying, I'm okay. I can still improve there, but you know, race pace, I need to sort that out. And here, what I was thinking was, I don't want to like lose time to the guys behind, so I just let them go ahead. And here is where we're going to overshoot, and then the car just spins out. And it's like almost no matter what you do, if you go off track, your car's going to spin. Like, it's very rare in this game, like, to go off track and then your car just kind of like stays straight. If the wheels turn any kind of way, the car's just going to spin. But I managed to save a little bit by just kind of like pressing the brake a little bit, so the car didn't do a complete 360. The car only just went like 90 degrees, which was very fortunate, because a full 360, I think I would have lost a lot more positions. But now we have some catching up to do. And one of the things that I need to really work on is not trying to get it back all at once. Still had a lot of time left, and I just overcooked the braking point again. And I'm lucky here that I didn't spin out too, as we're going to be behind the Lamborghini, the Huracan, which I think is another car that's interesting choice for this race, given the way that these cars have the oversteer problem. But even this guy had a decent pace to him. I just think, you know, he had the penalty that kind of held him back a little bit. This turn here is kind of a tricky one to get right, because essentially you don't really want to brake going into that turn. Well, not in these cars anyway. I'm not sure about the other cars, but some of the cars, especially like in Group 4, if you get your entry to that corner right, you can just like let off the throttle apex and essentially power back out to the other side without having to slow down too much. And that's what I was trying to do, but I just couldn't get the line right. And actually there, I was very fortunate that he was still ghosted, because he slowed down in the middle of the track, didn't go to one side. So, and I do want to talk about the state of Gran Turismo right now. I think there's a lot going on with this game. And at first the game was okay because there was a way for people to make credits and all that. And then they came back and you know, they essentially said that we want people to have different experiences. But here's my thing. If you're going to cut the way that people make credits, you're going to reduce the credit amounts of the winnings from races. As Rob there, he lost control, I think, and got into the pit lane. But back to what I was saying. If we're going to reduce the way that we reduce the credit earnings from the game, I think you have to add more ways for people to earn credits. And in previous Gran Turismo games, one of the major ways to earn credits was just to sell cars that you're not using to get other cars. And that's not a thing in this game. It won't let you sell cars. And I think that needs to be addressed. I think we should be able to sell cars in this game, especially with there being a used car dealership. Let me sell my cars, especially the ones that I will not use. Like all the cars that I got through the cafe, where most of them I'm not going to use. So let me sell them so that I can buy race cars. So that's what I want to get. I want to get more Group 4 cars. I want to get more Group 3 cars. And if, you know, most races are paying out between 70 and 100,000 credits, well, 70 and 30,000 credits, my bad. Well, we need to be able to make credits other ways. And I think selling cars is the main way that we can do that, because, like I said, that's how we did it in other Gran Turismo games. So I think they need to bring that back. I think that we need to be able to sell cars in this game. Also, I think that some of the stuff in the tuning shop the prices need to be adjusted. There should be no reason why racing soft tires cost $37,000. Like, racing soft tires cost more than a turbo kit, which is crazy. They shouldn't cost that much. You know, I don't think racing slicks in real life cost more than 10 grand for a set. I mean, they might, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, in this game, they need to start adjusting some of the prices of some of the stuff. Even the cars everything just needs to be like adjusted. If we're gonna make less money, fine, adjust everything else. But that race, I finished 5th. Nothing else really happened. Like I said, this was one of my first races. I think I did a live stream of some races before, but that's pretty much going to be it with this one. I do want to get back to doing the build series. I have another idea for a different series that I can do on this channel. As far as the offline mode goes, I really want to do a R33 GTR versus the world, where I do like the GT 600, 700, 800 championship races, but I only use my R33. Or I can use all of my skylines. You know, I can make it a skyline versus the world. But if you guys want to see that, you know, make sure you comment on the videos. Make sure you like this content. Make sure you subscribe. I will be uploading another daily race video later this week. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitch. I'll leave a link for that in the description below, because I will be live streaming over there. And make sure you follow me on Instagram. Link will also be in the description. And yeah, let's get this thing cracking. I'm very excited to play this game. I'm happy to make this content for you guys. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.